Kate, so the other day we had a quick chat about some of the work you've been doing, making donations to charities online, and we're going to have another little catch-up today talking about some excellent examples that you've seen from organisations who are able to sort of display need really well via their website. So tell us a little bit more about that.
So I guess, as you know, when dealing with online, there's not a lot of real estate to dedicate to the need, but it's obviously especially important, especially because this is the channel where unsolicited donations come through most often. So while we were donating $50 to 50 charities in the lead up to the end of the financial year, we actually came across a couple of organisations who worked really hard to secure those elusive unsolicited cash gifts, and I'm just going to show you now. 2 seconds. The first one we have here is from Animals Australia. So the thing that we really liked about this donation page was that the photography goes a really long way in conveying an organisation's need without requiring a huge amount of text or lengthy videos and that kind of thing. So there's a beautiful piglet, beautiful chicken, beautiful lamb, and all with this really powerful headline around changing their fate. And we just thought the simplicity here was really compelling. Oh. Next one. This one here was, there's two here from Multiple Sclerosis Limited and Brisbane Youth Off the Streets. And the thing that we really liked about both of these donation pages was the use of facial expressions. Sometimes you find, whether it's online or offline, that the facial expressions can look a little bit disingenuous with the need. There's people smiling and you're like, yeah, but they don't look sick or they don't look unhappy in any way. What is the actual need that I'm meant to be fulfilling as a donor? So we really loved that, these are, relatively, straightforward donation pages, but are really uplifted by the use of these powerful facial expressions here.
Great. But hang on, what about if we don't have images? So these are incredible examples of organisations who've obviously got great assets to work with. Mm-hmm. What would your advice be? Organisations can't share faces or don't have great quality images and stuff to share?
That's a really good question. I mean, you could go down the path of the tried and tested stock image route, but we try and avoid those where we can. I would suggest that an organisation look into using illustrations, because illustrations, again, with the facial expressions, you can really amplify those and not exaggerate, but, emphasize facial expressions in that way too. So, and they just don't have to be fancy. They can be really cheap and cheerful as well and convey that same need in the same way.
Great. You've got another example here, I think, coming up that doesn't really use
images,
but uses other ones.
Yes. So this is from Kurama. And the thing that we really liked about this one was the way that they appealed to our curiosity, and they didn't give everything away up front. So the headline here reads, Michelle Bailey's husband John returned from overseas in March and tested positive for coronavirus. This is her true story of what happened next. So you could really, feel the suspense. And obviously they used a lot more real estate than other organisations here, which you can see with the landing page. But similar to a 4-page letter in that it felt justified because it was really compelling. And so just really clever use of space there. And last but not least, this one is from St John Ambulance New Zealand. And the thing that we really liked about this one was they used existing media footage to have a video featured on their landing page. And I guess there's two benefits I see in terms of using existing media footage. Firstly, that you've got a ready-made video, and secondly, that newsworthy stories are nearly always inherently good fundraising stories because both of them aim to move people emotionally. And the media, whether it's sort of footage or articles, is a really surefire way to authenticate your story in the minds of donors. So yeah, I guess the takeaway from all of this is really around making sure that organisations transfer the principles of offline fundraising to online, and the most critical being that you focus on the need that your organisation is trying to solve rather than just the solutions that you offer.
Awesome. Great stuff, and well done to all the organisations that you showcased today. So next time we chat, I think we're going to look at some great examples of thank you pages. So looking forward to that one. Thanks, Kat.
Thanks.